Hey everyone, Slambo here, hopping on another contest. This one is for Deep Track Zach. He asked us to show between 5 and 10 records that were released in 1971. I went through my collection and I have about a dozen or so, and I picked the ones that I think are my favorites. You know, I've got a mix of, there's one CD, and then the rest are all LPs and some singles. So we'll start with the CD, and this is one that probably a lot of people are going to show. It's The Doors, L.A. Woman. It was originally released in 1971. This CD was released much later, of course, because CDs weren't invented until late 1980s-ish. It doesn't say on the back here, but I think this was from 1990 release. Does it say on the front or on the disc here? It just says 1971. Let's see. Nope, it doesn't say the disc release date, but all over it says 1971 for the original record release, so that counts. Probably a lot of people are going to show that one, so I'll get that one out of the way. So the next one I've got is one that I'm pretty sure I haven't shown before. It's one of the stand-up comedy albums that I've got, stand-up and sketch comedies. This is Super Shrink by Alan Robin. Alan Robin is one of those guys who did a lot of the sketches for the First Family series of records. And he worked a lot with Earl Dowd and that whole cast of crazies. Next one I want to show is one that I'm sure I've shown at least once before. And that's Lee Sutton, Drag for Camp Followers. So we've got Lee Sutton, A Near Miss. So on side one we've got Bona Eek and At the Club, and on side two we've got Drag Bag, Sing Along With Me, and Fiddle Dee Dee. It says right there, all material by Lee Sutton, 1971. And then one that got a lot of airplay on my radio show when I was still doing that, we've got Hudson and Landry with Losing Their Heads. This is sketch comedy. So I've got bits on here including the Obscene Phone Bust, Ajax Airlines, Astro Nut, Bruiser LaRue, and Friar Shuck, and a few others on here. Let's see, recorded live at Pomona National Golf Club in Walnut, California. I've also got this one on a picture disc, but I'm showing the standard sleeve today. And then next is one that I've shown in another contest. This is one that I used in the All the Colors thread. This is Firesign Theater. I think we're all bozos on this bus. Firesign Theater is another Los Angeles product. They originally were on the radio, and they developed the sketch comedy through their radio routines, notably on KMET, which is the same station that Dr. Demento was on for a while, until KMET sort of dissolved and went into, or became KLSX. So now, after all of that, we're going to finally get down to the Disney and children's records. And we got a couple of 45s and 7-inch records here. We've got from Bedknobs and Broomsticks, we've got the song The Beautiful Briny, backed with the Portobello Road on the yellow Disneyland label. And of course it's not going to go back into the sleeve. There it goes. And then we've got a more of a story record. We've got The Orange Bird, sung by Anita Bryant. And this one also on the yellow Disneyland label. And then we've got one of the book and records in our set, in our collection. This is Puff and Toot. And this is one of those where you play the record, and this is on Peter Pan Records. You play the record, and at various times in the record you'll hear a prompt telling you to turn the page. So it'll read the story along with you. And finally, I'm going to show one last Disney and one more record. This is a full 33, The Legend of Sleepy Hollow. It was released in 1971. And this one is a nice big gatefold with a story book that's kind of fallen out. So this is one that I'm hoping to get an upgrade copy of sometime, but there we go. And we pull this record out, see what label it's on. It is on my favorite Disneyland label, the Rainbow label. Get it right side up there. There it is. The only problem with this one is it doesn't have the little extra icon down in the corner of the rainbow. Most of these rainbow labels have an extra little picture right over here at the end of the rainbow. This one doesn't have that, so it's kind of interesting in that way. So there's what I've got. There's a bunch of records and albums that were originally released in 1971 for Deep Track Zach. Hope you enjoyed seeing these today. I've got plenty more where that came from, and I'll be adding to the collection as I continue, of course. That's what I've got today. See you next time.